I'm going to show you guys how to apply the color to your roots. I would suggest that you guys wear like a button-up shirt or maybe a robe or something old that you don't mind get stained, but it has to be able to come off. You don't want to have to pull it over your head when you've got all this goop in your hair. Okay, so what you're going to need of your own that you're going to have to provide is at least one towel. Again, they need to be kind of old, cruddy towels. You don't want them to be nice ones because you're going to be getting color on them. And then it'd be better if you had more than one. If you don't, paper towels. I know they're kind of a valuable commodity, but you know, hey. So mostly because you're going to have one around your neck, and then you're going to have something because you're going to glop, or you're going to need to wipe your hands or whatever. You need to have it just handy already, whether that's a paper towel or another one. Clips. If you even have a chip clip or a hair clip, just at least one of these to help tie this around your neck. And it would be good if you had more, because we're going to section your hair, so you're going to need 3 more. It'd be good if you had them. If you don't, no big deal. If you have even slightly longer hair, you can use some of these, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So, in the kit I've given you, you've got 2 of these. One's going to have the color in it, one's going to have the peroxide in it. What you're going to do is you're going to mix these, everything into the bowl, mix it all together, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your towel, put it around your neck. Now, if you have a collar, because if you're buttoning up, you might have a collar, tuck that sucker right under there, right? I'm warm, can you tell? See, it's just like being with me anyway. You're going to put this around your neck. You're going to take your clip or your chip clip or whatever you got and put that around, okay? Take out your hair. Now, it'd be good if your hair, isn't that nice? It'd be good if your hair were clean. It's okay if it's a day old. As long as it doesn't have a lot of hairspray or product or anything in it, you're good, you know. One thing that's really not good to have in your hair, and especially whether you're coloring it or me, is that cover-up stick or the cover-up wand or whatever it is that you're using to cover up your grays right now. It's going to make it that much harder for the color to permeate through one more product on your hair. So not too much product like hairspray, that sort of thing, and not too much any cover-up sticks or anything like that, okay? So once you've got your stuff mixed together in your bowl, darn me, I use this bowl. Once you've got that going, just kind of stir it up, make sure it's well mixed and everything, okay? And you'll all have a different one that you'll be using. Some of you are going to be, you know, some of you will have a different type of consistency. That's the word I'm looking for. Some of you are going to have, you know, red. Some of you, it'll look white. Some of you, it will be creamy. Some of you, it might be a little more watery. But we'll get to that, okay? So, in your kit, you also got some gloves. Now is a good time to do that, actually. Now is a good time to get the goop off there, and you're gonna do what we call a T-part in your hair. You're gonna part it down the center-ish. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to do a straight line. Also, if you feel like you got any tangles, brush them out, because otherwise you're really working against that. But if you're brushing your hair, try not to brush your scalp, okay? You don't want to get that all worked up. Just kind of try to get those tangles out and brush them out, okay? So once you've got it in half like this, then you're going to take that same thing and you're going to do it right here, down just past your ears. See that? Okay? So now with this little section here, back here, if you have a clip, you're going to clip it. If you don't, you're going to do that. Okay? Then you'll go to your other side. Same thing. And clip or pull or pin or whatever, gather that section back there. Okay. And what that does is it gives you 4 separate sections. Okay. Now, I'm going to I have a little torn up robe. Today I'm using conditioner in my hair because I don't really color my hair anymore. I do tone it sometimes, but not today. So, if I were doing real color, I would be wearing this instead of my button-up shirt. But I'm doing conditioner. Still gonna treat it like color though, still the same concept. So put your gloves on. Yes, yes. Ooh. So step 1 was to mix that color, put this on, get your gloves, section it up. Then now we're gonna move on to the actual color application. You're gonna start off and you're just going to apply it right where your color is grown out, okay? Don't pull it through any more than you have to. And for those of you that are especially for those of you that are going to be doing the soap cap, which is the refresher on the ends, not all of you are doing that. Try not to use too much. I know I have a Ginormo brush, but here we go. A little gloppy like that, right on there. Pull it up. Right. Now, if the color that you're doing is dark, see, a little piece went down there, so that is a good time to have my paper towel or extra and wipe it off. If you're doing a darker color and your skin tends to stain, you can maybe take a little bit of Vaseline and apply it right along here, or just try to be really careful, or as soon as you get it on and you see it start to darken, just kind of take that towel and follow along. It's a fine line, and you've seen me probably struggle with that too. I want to get all these little hairs done, but I don't want to leave a line. So I'm going to continue all the way around here. I'm going to do the perimeter first. Okay. So all of this, try to get those little neck hairs. Tap, tap. And yeah, you're kind of going by feel. A lot of this is going by feel for sure, okay? So, once you do it all the way around the side, all the way around, we're going to start with this one right here, our front section. You're going to take a section, and it's going to be, I would say, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Okay, you're going to take your little bit on your brush, do this side and this side. Like I said, don't do too much, but really push it in and try to smooth that hair flat so that you can really work that in there, okay? You're going to keep doing that all the way down. Okay, 1/4 of the way done. Now for the other side. Okay, so we've done the front half. Now is a good time to wipe around the edges. Try to get your ear clean. Because now is the time that you might start to see it. If it didn't already have color to it, it might start getting some color to it, okay? So now what you're gonna do is take out your little, one of your thingies, and if you'd like to, if it's easier for you to keep this out of the way, you can pin this too. To me, it doesn't matter. I do a lot of this by feel, and as you probably know, I can apply color, you know, in the dark. So now we're going to start with the back, and like I said, kind of going by feel here. So you're going to do angle partings, okay? So here's your little back section. Start up here at the crown. And apply that color like that. Put my finger where that part is, and it's a good guide. Right. So now we're 3/4 of the way done. So now you remove your second, if you can find it, your second, your other, oh my gosh, gloves do not work well in the hair, so just be careful. Take that out. Separate. Now we're going to do the same thing back here, okay? I'm going to start up here at the top. Bring that section out, single that bad boy out there. And same thing. I'm going to start right here. Lovely. It's hard, and it's really hard to do on yourself if you don't have a very good range of motion, you know. So now what you're going to do, depending on the instructions that I gave you, is you're going to let it sit for either 25 to 35 minutes. 35 is more for gray coverage type things. So what you're going to do is, for those of you who are going to do a soap cap, or for those of you who have opted or are going to do, which this is usually just for roots, but if you're pulling the color through, what you want to do is about 10 minutes before, because you're going to set a timer. If it's 35 minutes, set the timer for 35 minutes. When there's just about 10 minutes left, what you're going to do is you're going to either pull it through the ends, if that's what you're doing, which, like I said, most of you, I'm giving you a kit strictly for your roots and a possible soap cap. Now the soap cap is what you're going to do to just freshen up the color on the ends, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take your shampoo. I happen to have a big old pump because, you know, that's how I roll. Otherwise, a big old squeeze. But you're going to do about 1, 2, 3 pumps. Maybe 4, depending on if you have a whole lot. But, and then you're going to mix it in with your color, okay? Now, it's really important, you guys, that you don't get this in your eyes. It's bad enough if it gets on your skin, but your eyes is bad. Some people will have really bad reactions to it. So I'm not sure how you're going to be rinsing. I recommend a shower strictly because you can put your head back in the shower and rinse back this way. I know a lot of you don't necessarily have that option or for whatever reason, and so maybe you're going to be flipping it forward in the sink or over the edge of the tub. If you do that, you should keep a towel handy so that you can block, and just try to keep bent forward as much as possible. After a while, our head tends to want to come up, and so then it runs right down into your face, right? So about 10 minutes before processing's over, put that shampoo in, get it all mixed up, go into the bathroom, get your shower running, right? Take this. Still have your timer handy. I don't know how you're going to do that, you know. Whatever. It's if you've got the soap cap on, if you leave it a little more than 10 minutes, it's not a big deal because it's diluted with the shampoo. So, but what you're going to do, guys, is try not to rinse out this color on your scalp. You just kind of want to pull your hair and just kind of stick it back and just try to get it wet a little bit, right? And then you're going to take this stuff and you are going to glop it in your wet hair. And you're going to get all of that in as much as you can, and lift this up and get it all in there too. And then you're just going to wash your hair. Scrub your scalp to get it all out. Make sure all of it gets those bubbles, those color bubbles. Because what it's going to do is it's going to freshen up your color. And then the clip that you had around your neck, you're going to wrap that bad boy up like so. All lathered up with that goodness, and you're going to hang out for 10 minutes in the shower. Like I said, be very conscious. Take a washcloth in there if it starts to run so that you can wipe your, you know, and then, I don't know, shave your legs, you know, do a mask. I don't know, whatever you like to do that kills 10 minutes in the shower, and then rinse it out, okay? If you are doing an all over color, which I'm not doing that with a lot of people, but, you know, for others who might want to, just start pulling it through those ends. Dip it and pull it through, you know, and it's hard to pull it through your hair on your own. I mean, that's why I'm mostly opting to do just root touch-ups, because pulling it through your hair is really hard. And soap cap is a nice way to freshen up those ends without having to worry about pulling it through. You know, it'll freshen up your color without you possibly having blotches or bands because you couldn't get it all the way through, or you didn't have an eye in the back of your head to tell you, hey, you missed a spot. You know, so yeah, so once you have gotten that in your hair and you've got it all pinned up and you shaved your legs and you did everything you need to do, you're gonna rinse it out. And I would recommend rinsing as much as you can. Rinse, 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 and then maybe doing one more shampoo to make sure all of that color is out, okay? And then do a good deep conditioner if you've got one. And then you should be good. When you get out, if you find you still maybe have a little bit of color stain around your scalp or around your hairline, one good way to get rid of that with that home product is toner for your face. Put a little toner on one of your cotton pads and try to get that off. Honestly, it will wear off quickly, but I know that it can be bothersome. So let me know if you have any questions. Please text me or call me. You guys know my number. So good luck, and thank you so much.